Hemp is the only plant where brought here. It says, one conclude that it was brought here for the benefit of humanity. Hemp is the only plant where the males appear one way and the females appear very different physically. No one ever speaks of males and females in regard to the plant kingdom because plants do not show their sexes except for cannabis. To determine what sex a certain normal earthy plant is, you have to look internally at its DNA. A male blade of plant physically looks exactly like a female blade of plant. The hemp plant has an intense sexuality. The grower knows to kill the male plants before they fertilize the females. Yes, folks, the most potent pot comes from horny females. The reason this amazing, very sophisticated ET plant from the future is illegal has nothing to do with how it physically affects us. Pot is illegal because billionaires want to remain billionaires. P.S. I think the word drugs should not be used as an umbrella word that covers all chemical agents. Drugs have come to be known as something bad. Are you aware there are legal drug stores? Yep, in every city. Unbelievable. Each so called drug should be considered individually. Cannabis is a medicine and not a drug. We should dare to speak the truth no matter what the law is, especially if the law is incorrect, which it is concerning the hemp. These are some links, related links. You know, hemp seed, the most nutritionally complete food source in the world. Um, that is www.radical, which is spelled ratical.org/renewables/hempseed1.html. Then another one, hemp, the premier renewable resource. That's also on that same site. So I had to read this to you because it's essential that, first of all, we be careful the words that we use. This plant is a healing plant. And just as he spoke of, now this was called The Marijuana Conspiracy by Do Yurche. And I'm so grateful that he wrote this. And I felt that it was absolutely, absolutely important that you hear this information, because if you receive it, listen to it, and do research on it, but we can save our planet. We don't have an oil crisis, an abundance of water. A fool is thirsty. And this plant grows wild, and it does everything. It was given to us by the ancients. And if you've heard me do call it what it is, not what it's not. It's not marijuana. The M word, the ancients gave the root, the herb to preserve I and I, we and us, the body, the conscious, with cannabis. Call it what it is, not what it's not. I am the root that heals thee. I am the root to ignite a fire in we. I am the root that brings peace, unity, and tranquility. I am the root that creates sensitivity. I am the root that strengthens the mind, that allows insight for the blind. I am the root to relieve the stress, the strain, the weight, and the pressure off the body and the brain. I am the witness. I am something that the weak and insecure should not use, nor those who abuse, not use and blame substance and make themselves an excuse for not being a strong root to stand. I am the strong root, take away the pain, can live sane, rationally, will never be ashamed. How dare you curse the name of the strong root? Remove the hand that restrains we. Set the strong root free. I am the cannabis sativa hemp. Now you see. Call it by its natural name, M-word, trying to give it shame. Misled, only shame is your game of ignorance, swallowing what you've been fed. Change the name to protect the guilty. Cannabis sativa scientific, hemp industrialistic, the herb for you and we. The M word, disrespect of our integrity. Call it what it is, not what it's not. Hemp lasts past your pollution, corruption of the earth and human minds. Not so much the signs of the time, but the government's maniacal design. Call it what it is, not what it's not. Ganja, herb, root, pot, healing of hemp, healing of the nation. Call it what it is, not what it's not. And this, we got to really pay attention to. It's not small, it's our lives, it's our environment. And, changing the name made people refrain from being able to know the truth